What's up, everybody? Good afternoon, and welcome into Group Chat Football Live. This is our channel, Group Chat Sports. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for the latest in transfer portal, recruiting, and much more in college football. D, I got to say, man, this has not been as crazy of a portal cycle or portal window, I should say, as maybe we thought it would be before this all started a couple weeks ago when the portal opened back up. Today it actually closes in terms of players entering the portal, so everyone who's already in there can still take their time, make their decisions as they please before their next enrollment period, which for a lot of them is here. A lot of guys is here in May for the first summer enrollment period. Some people still have to finish graduation, so it might be a little bit later than that, but haven't been too many huge names that we maybe didn't expect.
No, not so far. Now, it could be a negotiated to the buzzer, right? And we might hear a flurry of activity today, later tonight. But to this point, it hasn't been as electric as last year's cycle, and really as the winter, which is pretty exciting here for this season. But there's still time on the clock. Recruiting is picking up, though. We got a lot to get to on that front.
We'll start with a transfer portal name, though. One of the best young offensive linemen, one of the best young centers in the country last year. Cash Cleveland from Colorado has made his decision, and he is transferring to a popular spot, maybe the most popular spot this offseason in terms of transfer portal guys, and that is Texas Tech, who I think we can pretty much say they've had the best class on paper.
Yeah, they are absolutely killing it, and particularly killing it on the offensive line. We talk a lot of Texas Tech on this show. Like and subscribe if you are a fan of the Red Raiders, because we were talking a ton of Texas Tech, but there's a good reason for that. Look at Howard Sampson, big boy out of UNC, Hunter Sembrano, somebody that from South Florida, I watched in high school. He developed into something beyond what anyone expected and was one of the top players in the portal. Will Jados as well, veteran player. So you've added a lot on the offensive line. Then you go and land a freshman All-American from the Colorado Buffaloes, Cash Cleveland, same conference. You're getting a guy who's dominated the same level of competition, or at least excelled against the same level of competition. You look at last year as a true freshman. This is a former walk-on, 296 offensive snaps, 234 pass blocking snaps, only one sack, one quarterback hit, and 2 hurries. And again, this is a Colorado offensive line that had their share of hurries. Cash Cleveland stabilized that center position, played 3 years of high school ball at Rockwell, Texas, at Heath High School, and then transferred to IMG. So this is a huge, huge addition. Again, you watch his tape, pretty easy to project what he's going to do for Texas Tech because same conference. And look at the graphic with the cash flowing around. Obviously, that's representative of his name, but also could reflect what's happening in Lubbock.
I was gonna say it's all because his name's Cash, and nothing to do with what's happening at Texas Tech. Which again, we're excited for the program. But just looking at that class right now, 19 incoming transfers, the number one portal class in the country according to 247. Let me pull the rankings up here. So as you see here, you got 19 commits, but most points here. So bringing them with the number one class on 247 ahead of LSU, Ole Miss, Oregon, and Miami at number 5, running out the top 5 there. But 12 4-stars out of those 19. So a nice ratio.
That was the number I was going to point to, because a lot of times when you see these big giant portal classes, a lot of times it's a team that just completely stinks and they got a new coach and they were just getting guys to get guys and they didn't get the quality. When you talk about 12 4-star players out of 19, that is huge. Even in this second portal period, you get Cash Cleveland as a freshman All-America, David Bailey, maybe the best portal guy in this entire class for Texas Tech, the Stanford edge rusher with tremendous NFL potential, 6'3", 250. Add him after everything that happened at Stanford with the coaching change. And that just goes on top of some of the big moves that you made in the winter period of Bryce Pollock, the very talented cornerback from Mississippi State, Howard Sampson we talked about, Quentin Joyner, probably my favorite player in this class, the 5'11", 216, a ball of muscle, originally from Texas, went to Southern California, and somebody with a tremendous burst and explosiveness. Romello Height, a highly valued pass rusher out of the ACC. Lee Hunter, the big defensive tackle from UCF. These are all guys that had major interest. Terrence Carter, pass catching tight end, kind of all-purpose weapon from the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. I already mentioned Will Jadis, a really, really talented offensive lineman. These are big-time portal guys. Reggie Virgil, originally from the state of Florida, talented, tall track athlete, went to Miami, Ohio, and really excelled alongside Will Jadis, who I just mentioned. Oh, Cole Wisniewski, the tall, super versatile
From North Dakota
safety
State. Yeah.
slash linebacker. I mean, you can go on and on with these names. This was a absolutely insane portal haul, and I think Cash Cleveland, to get one of your rivals, one of the teams trying to win your conference, get their pivot, one of their leaders, their true freshman All-America, and put them on your side of the ball. Very, very big move. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Sheridan Wilson, fan favorite there at Texas Tech at center. Does he move to guard? Does he sit there and compete? I don't know, but all I know is that this team is going all in. You got a veteran quarterback who is ready to make some plays behind a totally revamped offensive line with new weapons at receiver and tight end, and a running back who's going to really get it done replacing Taj Brooks.